Hello friends, welcome back to my little channel. Today we are looking at a new pen, and I've actually had this pen for a few weeks slash months already. It's been sitting on my desk waiting for me to open it. I just haven't had the I just haven't made the time. That's what I'm gonna say, because I'm sure I've had the time, but I've chosen to do other things. But anyway, this is from Practical Pens. They are out of New York, and it is run by Daniel and Shane. This was started in 2020 by Daniel, and now it expanded to both of them. And they do 3D printed pens. And I was looking at their website. I was like, why did they choose that? And it's because it allows them to create a uniquely special pen. So I pre-ordered mine a few weeks ago, probably a month ago, and I'm not sure if like the price was like a special, but I think it was $40 for the pen, which isn't bad at all. Uh, and you can choose. Oh look, thank you, Eric. Happy new pen day. That's cute. You could choose the colors that you wanted, and I actually saw a pen by another user, and I was like, which is Carol. If like, I don't know if Carol watches the YouTube, but hello, Carol. But I was like, I want that same pen because it's, well, you'll see why in a second. But yeah, so I wanted to check it out with you all, and I do have a TWSBI and a Lamy Safari here with me, just so we can compare with like two standard pens, like the dimensions, roughly. And I do have a scale next to me, just to kind of gauge again the weight of the pen. And I do have a bottle of ink, so I'm ready to ink it up for you all. So let's check it out. So this is the pen. Ooh, you can already see a hint of it. I'm just gonna take out whatever's in here just so I can show you. Okay, so it looks like we got some business cards. Pen tips. This pen takes a number 6 Jovo nib and a standard international ink cartridge. And 3D printed fountain pens. They are on Instagram as @practical_pens. Thank you, Shane and Daniel. And so this is probably like just filler paper, and let's look at the pen. I wonder how long it takes them to print the pen. Oh, look at that. Oh, because this was part of their not Kickstarter, but I don't know if they'll include this with every pen they make, but this is like a 3D stand. Okay, I can get rid of those little fuzzies later. But look at that. Oh, this is so cool. I'll show you. Okay. Practical pens. Let's look at the little receipt. This is so cool. Oh, well. Got a little thank you note. Daniel and Shane. This is cute. I'm gonna keep it rolled up here because that's kind of cute. I wonder, does this come with the nib? Oh, maybe that's why. So I may need to get a nib here in a second. But let's see how. I'm a little confused with. Oh, I guess this is like the protector. You know, like a little case. That makes sense. Like a little. Yeah. Does that work there? Yeah, it sure does. And then this is the actual pen. So it's got this like off-white color with the mustard yellow. And you can actually post it. But now, how do you... No. Oh, okay. So it comes with a little cartridge. Is that the small one? Standard International. So, okay, so that must be the standard one. But now I'm a little confused as to how. I think that's supposed to be open, right? No, 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 no. Okay, that's right. It's not. Okay, obviously it's not. Okay, I know what's happening. So that's the pen, right? And you'll have the nib here and you just post it like that and you're ready to go. That's what it is. Oh, I don't know why I was so confused. I was so lost for a second. So let me get a nib. Actually, I think I have one right here. This is from the Chicago Pen Show, and I hadn't used it. This is from Kirk Spear. It's got a hot dog. This is from the Chicago Pen Show 2024. And it's a medium nib, and it's just so cool. So I had to get one. But of course, I didn't have a body for it, but now I do. So let me put that in here. I don't know if I want to use, because I'm not sure what color of ink. It looks like a reddish color. Maybe I'll do that. That's okay. So I'll just do that for simplicity purposes. It looks like the smaller ones, like the small international cartridge. So I wonder if you can fit the bigger one. Anyway, okay. So let's screw in our nib. And I want to weigh it with the nib in there because that's usually how we're going to use the pen. And I may have to like give it a second before like the ink actually starts going into the nib unit and the feeder or the feed. So I may give it a squeeze. Hopefully it like nothing happens. Okay, I'm squeezing it a bit just so I can start getting the ink down there. But meanwhile, I'm just going to start like putting the pen back together. Okay, sorry for all the movement. So here's the pen, and I want to weigh it really quickly. So I have my little scale. I hope you can, well, you won't see the, well, here. I don't know if you'll see the numbers. Yeah, we'll see them. So the pen with the nib unit and the cartridge is about 6 ounces. In looking at a Lamy Safari, now this doesn't have a cartridge or a converter, and that's also about the same weight. So, and the TWSBI with ink is about 8 ounces. So it's not a heavy pen. It's lighter than a TWSBI full of ink. And now let me get that out of the way. Comparing sizes, of course, it's a little bit, because this is like a pocket pen, it'll extend, but I did want to put these, hang on, because this is a pocket pen, of course, it'll extend. So let's see what it is like posted. Yeah, not bad. It's like almost the size of a, well, let's do that. Yeah, like almost the size of a Lamy Safari. The nib is, of course, like bigger, so, but it's, again, almost the size of a TWSBI. So it should be pretty comfortable to use. And this is just super, super cute. I love the colors. Let me put it here because this is just better lighting. The off-white, like the creamy color with the mustard yellow. It's just, that yellow is perfect. I'm a sucker for this specific yellow. Not all yellows are correct, friends. But this is the correct yellow. And the little pen stand or pen rest, that's cute. Let's see. And this is why you have to be careful, friends, because I squeezed this way too much, and you can probably see that I broke the cartridge, so I made a hole in it and a bunch of ink started gushing out. Like, see, so that's my fault for doing that. I really need a converter because this is not going to work. So let me clean that. I'll be right back. But I did want to just really quickly just to get a hint of writing, and I may just call it a day because I don't want to take forever with this. This is very comfortable, friends. I highly, well, if you're going to use that cartridge, don't squeeze it like I just did because you're going to just break it. But I'm sure a converter would be okay. Like, this is very comfortable. Yeah, I'm gonna move you over here because the colors are just so cool. And the fact that you can just like cap it, kind of like an Ian Sean pen, like the pocket pen. Actually, I should have compared it to that. I don't want to cap it just because I know like the nib is leaking and I don't want to start like staining the material. Not that it will, or well, I don't know, but I just don't want to run the risk. That was actually a pretty cute ink color. I'm kind of sad I ruined it. But yeah, this is very, very comfortable. This is a great size pen. I would love to like test it out, just keep like put a nice little converter in there with ink and just put it in my bag and see how well it does. I'm sure it'll do well because when I was squeezing the cartridge in here, I like, you see here, none of it was coming back up. Like it all stayed down there. Otherwise I've seen some where like you squeeze it and like the ink keeps coming back over, but not with this pen. So I'm really, really, really happy with it. I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, but yes, friends, this is the practical pens from Daniel and Shane over at practicalpens.com and their Instagram. So I'm gonna just so I can continue using the ink, or sorry, the pen, I'm gonna clean it up and I'm gonna find a converter. And I actually plan to use Monarca Cielo Cruel, which is a blue ink, because I think the blue and the yellow are gonna contrast nicely. So that's the plan, friends. Thank you so much for watching. If you see some more video tacked on, then I was able to like, you know, make some time right now and just clean it up and find a converter and ink it up with the blue. Otherwise, I'll catch you again later. Bye-bye. Okay, so I was able to find another cartridge, but it looks like it's also a little bit old because it's got those like little marks. So anyway, I'll deal with that later. But meanwhile, I did find my Sean design pen, and this is a little pocket pen, so I do want to compare them. They're almost the same size. They're pretty close. The Sean is slightly thinner. The Practical Pens is chunky. But let's compare what they look like posted. Okay, so it looks like because of the nib, probably, the Practical Pens is slightly bigger, but overall they're pretty close. So if you're okay with the size of the Ian Sean, once it's extended or capped, then I think you'll be fine with the Practical Pens, and it's even chunkier. So I know sometimes with thinner pens we tend to have a little bit of issues like holding it and like writing it, like we get a little tired. But I don't know, I really haven't had issues with the Ian. But now I really want to ink them both up and you know, and just take them for a ride. But yeah, friends, this is the practical pens. I'm doing the wrong one. And of course, I kept saying, I was just not now thinking that I kept saying converter, and this does not fit a converter. Like, it's just, unless it's a mini one, but I don't like from like Kaweco, but that's not gonna fit anything bigger than, wow, it's like really tight. Look at that. Like, that's spot on. So yeah, that's definitely got to be one of the small, a standard international ink cartridge. Is this like a standard size? Like, I don't know. I feel like this is way small. This looks, I don't know. I guess it is. I'm pretty used to using converters, so I haven't really dealt with these a lot. But there you go, friends. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you check out Practical Pens. They have some pretty interesting looking pens because you can just do anything with the material colors or the colors. So check them out. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you again later. Bye-bye.